Nice. Just have to open it on my phone real quick. Where is that? In the general? Ooh, I got it.
Welcome back to Task Force Podcast, an airsoft podcast made by the airsofters for the airsofters.
What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode Task Force Podcast. I am your host, Snake, joined by my co-host,
Nasty,
who's
everyday awkward.
Every day. And of course, today we are joined by none other than Phoenix Feather Airsoft Dude. I'm overly excited to have you on the show because, like I said, I kind of fangirled out a little bit, and then I think I got Nasty even more excited.
Yeah.
So we're
just
crazy excited.
So thank you for being here with us today, man.
Yes.
And glad we could.
Yeah,
work
well,
schedules,
hello.
man.
What's popping, guys?
Oh yeah. He said what's up in the chat or in the Discord, and I was like, what's popping?
What's popping?
yeah, you pulled that on me,
I
man.
was like, oh, I love it, dude. But no, dude, I'm super excited to have you on here. I'm a super big fan of your work. Like, not only just the fact that you play airsoft, but the like photography and the cinematography, the effort you really put into it. Cause like, I don't know why, but for some reason I just started getting really drawn to like going out and taking pictures and trying to edit them and make them look really good. And then just adding the video on top of that, like your Narcos thing that you did. Holy shit.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, thanks for inviting. And yeah, the Narcos thing. Yeah, I think that's now kind of a pet peeve of mine. I don't know if that's the correct word, but yeah, I freaking love it, man. I spend way too much time on doing that.
That's what I was going to say. You probably spent so much time on that because it looks flawless. It really does look really good. And I mean, if you know anything about editing video, you can just watch that and know that one thing there was, I mean, an ungodly amount of time. If it took me 8 hours to edit an old podcast, that right there is way beyond that. Way beyond that.
Well, yeah, for the people who don't know what was happening, so basically what I did is like I went to this event which had like a Task Force versus Narcos thing, and I was watching Narcos at the time. It's the Netflix show. I was like, oh, they have this really cool intro. It looks really dope, and they won like a Grammy or something for it. And I was like, I should recreate this with airsoft scenes and with stuff from the event. I was like, yeah, I should really do that. So I just started doing it, and I think it took like a month to only do the intro bit of like, yeah, not every day obviously, but on and off, like working in the evenings, a little bit here, a little bit there, everything done in After Effects. Yeah, it was a process.
It was amazing, honestly. Like, and here, like, I'll even do this, show the screen on this here. Like, it's,
That's wild.
dude, it is really
This is
good.
wild.
That's what I'm saying. I'm playing it right now on the screen so everybody can see, because it is so
Yeah.
good, dude. It, like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
This is personally, I haven't seen this yet, so this is genuinely fucking nice.
This is your genuine
I can
reaction,
see it in your face.
dude. It's so good.
Dude, we could be
And
done
what's
with.
fun?
Go ahead.
What's fun is if you play the real Narcos intro like side by side. I still wanted to do like a above is mine and underneath is the real Narcos video, because some of the scenes are like so good and close. It's like
Right.
kind of fun, you know. Because I really went in there and I watched it like a million times to like kind of get it down.
Try to pick the details out. Try to mimic. Dude.
Yeah, exactly. With like they had text here. I'm like, okay, what text can I use? Oh yeah, I have this. What do you call this? Like if you get like your manual for your, I had the manual for the Stoner LMG,
Right.
and they have these explosion schematics of all the different parts. I was like, yeah, I should scan that, and then I switch like the colors, and then I can put the text in, and it's like, oh my god, yeah, blah, blah, blah. You know, like there's so many little details in there. Like I think no one ever noticed, but like it was fun for me, you know.
Dude, it came together, and it, like I said, it looks really freaking good. But I mean, it's not even just like, not only the Narcos thing, but if
Like,
if you
going
move on,
through
like,
his Instagram.
yes,
It's all insane, man.
like the photos the photos of you in the car at night in the rain with your helmet and your nods on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they're just all,
Yeah, but that was just sick, man. That
Dude.
was so cool.
and that's what I'm saying is this. Those are the type of like pictures I want to try to get, but I just got to get that practice in. Did you have previous experience in photography and everything before you found airsoft?
Yes. So that's like kind of the funny way I came to it, because I was doing photography at the time, like as more as like a hobby or something. Now I'm a
Right.
professional photographer and filmmaker, so I do that, like I get my bread from that basically. And so at the time I was like, I discovered airsoft and I was like, hey, I have this GoPro, I have a camera, like
Right.
I should just film it and bring like my own take on it. And this is kind of what happened. And then of course I had always some cool people around me who always helped me out, obviously, because I can't really photograph myself.
Right. Well, dude, your stuff is awesome. I don't really have any other way to put it. And so to be able to tell you myself that your stuff is awesome is exciting for me, because
Well, thanks so much. It means a lot if people like say that to me, because you know I just have fun doing it basically. And this
These-
is what I think it's all about, huh?
Yeah, and these are the type of pictures my dumbass would screenshot and try to make a background
dude,
on my phone
I'm
or on my laptop or something, because it's just the quality is all there, man.
like, they're just good. So I mean, if you're not following him on Instagram, one, you're missing out on really cool content.
yeah,
Plus you do YouTube videos, so imagine gameplay that's edited properly and it looks freaking fantastic. But then also the stuff on his Instagram, it's just good, dude.
I don't
It's
think
just,
so far I've seen anything on any Instagram account like this.
No.
Now, because everybody can take a picture, everybody can throw it in an editor, but this is some new level shit. It's like I'm watching a Call of Duty commercial right now, man. Like this is badass.
Exactly it.
Like this is good.
It feels exactly like you're watching a commercial for Call of Duty. Like if they were like, "Hey, let's do a live, real life, try to promote the game." That's
we need to call my man Phoenix because this motherfucker be popping. like
literally popping, pun
literally
intended.
popping.
The nods there with the background of the Cologne Cathedral, that was really fun. It was so freaking cold, and I filmed it with my buddy Sully filmed all of this, and we went there in the middle of the night, and it was like kind of snowing. It was so freaking cold. He couldn't really hold the camera anymore because it was like, oh, this is fucking freezing. But yeah, we kind of slapped something together there, and I was like, yeah, look. Like with the nods, I could see everything. It's like, yeah, is there people watching us? Because we're downtown, basically on a parking deck on the furthest up level, basically. I was like, okay, yeah, I can't, like, what are we doing here? Like, people are going to see us.
Yeah, but like,
it's kind of weird. It's like, okay, we have a camera. They're going to know what we're doing.
We need to go downtown at night and get on top of the parking deck down off Kellogg and do the same thing and try to recreate Phoenix's stuff.
No, just send it to Phoenix. Let him do all the editing. Like, here's $100. Here's all the pictures.
He'd probably be like, "What am I supposed to do with this junk?"
Yeah, he's like, look at this trash, non-gear having motherfuckers. Just like, this is
no.
waste.
I encourage everyone to do something themselves, and it's of course it's not easy, and no one should make fun of someone who's trying to put some work in to like creating something. Like I've seen that before on the airsoft field where there's someone just with the phone, you know, they're taking some pictures and then someone makes a comment, you know, and like this comment, like you don't need to make this comment because they're trying to do something, they're trying to be creative, maybe they want to do something. It's like, this is not necessary, you know, you should much rather help them do this picture. So I think it's always about like encouraging people to try to do their own stuff. I think that's really important.
I agree. Plus, you got to think about the lens of life, right? So what looks cool to somebody might not look cool to you, but I guarantee if you put it on the internet, you're going to find thousands of other people who think that specific thing is cool to them as well. And you never know. You might get a bunch of people out there who actually find it really cool. And then before you know it, you're influencing a community and they all start to like it.
Yeah, that's no shit.
Exactly.
That's the crazy part. So if you're out there and you're trying to do something, do it. If you have an idea for it, try it. If all you've got is your cell phone,
just do it.
Yes, exactly. Just
buy it. just do it. And if anybody talks shit, send them my way. We'll go ham.
Yeah, my
buddy.
way.
Yeah, I'll let this guy know why. But I have a question. What field do you play at?
Come again?
What field do you play at? Like your local airsoft field?
Oh, okay. I don't really have something like local, which is like my go-to field all the time. Because here in Germany, you always need to drive like 1.5 hours, 2 hours roundabout. So where I'm located, so I'm in North Rhine-Westphalia, which is like middle of Germany, all the way on the left side. It's like 2 hours from Frankfurt, which is like in the south. Yeah, and then there's like a field towards Frankfurt I like to go. It's Area M, it's by Koblenz. Then my favorite field where all the Narcos stuff and so on happened, that's in Malwinkel. That's like towards Berlin. This is like 5 hours, 6 hours in the car.
That's a fucking drive.
It's a real hassle. It's like out in the absolute nowhere. Really, it's like in the end of the world. It's crazy. It's a great site. It's like my absolute favorite field. It's an old Soviet air base, and they were used to able to let I think it's the Tupolev, the really like the biggest Russian military plane they had could land there. So it's giant.
Jesus. That's badass.
Dude, but that's where all the cool ones are. I feel like off the beaten path, out there a long ways. That's when you start getting into the really cool, like outside the norm. Like if you're not going to these places and playing, well, one, supporting these places, because that's actually a really important piece of it. A lot of people don't think about it as like, that guy's way out there. It's a great field, but it's hard to get to. But at the same time, the more you go out there, the more you support that guy. So it might be worth going on the drive and having some fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're going to have fun if you like the field.
Yeah.
But also for the support. Because if you think that, a lot of other people think the same thing.
Right.
So you got to figure that's some deciding factor for them too.
Totally. So yeah, and then there's this little like paintball field kind of close, also like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half. It's like more for pickup games.
Right.
But yeah, and then the big ops would be up there.
Yeah.
In Marvin County.
Same way for us too. A lot of our local fields. So we've got 2 fields, both within an hour of where we're at, but they're both paintball fields that they'll have airsoft games from here and there. But so it kind of sucks we don't have anything airsoft dedicated, but if anybody's watching this, you want to open a field in Wichita, Kansas, airsoft dedicated, I mean,
let me know.
We might help you.
Yeah, because we got plenty of nothing to do a lot with. So
True. And also, while I'm thinking about it, of course, if you're watching the show today, this will be the first episode that we will be capping at an hour, because then the additional time after that hour will be available to our Patreons. We want to give them something special, and so now that's what we're going to do. You guys get the normal show that you can get for free right here on YouTube and watch it. It's just, we're going to jam pack as much as we can and then do into the hour, and then after that hour, we're going to go crazy on Patreon and have discussions we wouldn't normally have. So keep that in mind. But no, dude, I just, like I said, I really kind of geek out over your stuff a little bit. That's why I was super excited when I sent you a message and you responded to me, and I was like, holy shit, dude, I'm really excited.
He was like, oh my God, he responded.
Just like, no way, man.
Yeah. I think I came across your videos on YouTube, and it might have been like your new gear setup video that you were going over versus your old plate carrier. And I was watching it, and then I just fell down the rabbit hole, dude. I started watching all of your stuff, and I'm sitting in the living room watching it. My wife's getting pissed because I'm just watching their stuff on the YouTube, and I'm like watching it. Somebody's comment on your stuff was like, you were like the German grand thumb, and I thought it was so hilarious.
I was just thinking that.
So hilarious,
dude. I pinned that comment. I was like, thanks so much.
I know, dude. I thought it was freaking cool.
I take that. Yeah, I take that one.
Yeah, that's a high end compliment. But speaking of comments, what are some of the weirdest comments you have gotten on your YouTube videos? Because they got to be out there.
They are out there. So there's 2 different ones. Which one first? Like, there's more the like military direction, and then there's the I have this peen gun direction.
Let's go the military direction, because that's the one that always happens, I feel like.
Yeah. So yeah, just I think yesterday, the day before, like this very typical YouTube comment is like, what are you doing there? Why do you run 2 radios? Go enlist. You know, I was like,
right.
Where are you sitting, in the basement? You're telling me go to the army? You don't even know me. Like, I get sometimes like these stupid comments just really catch me. I was like, yeah, you don't know that I went to the German army for a year, and I was the guy who had to carry the machine gun ammo and stuff. Yeah, but they tell me that I have to go enlist. And his username was, I think, fuck commies. So I thought
oh no!
So I put it on my Insta story. I'm just like, oh my God! Like, thank you for your internet service, man.
Yeah, you keep us going, bud.
Yeah, it's people like you is the reason I post up YouTube videos, just purely out of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
What about the other direction?
Well, I have this peen gun I got out of China from wish.com, and like I could never find it again. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like it looks like a dick, and it shoots BBs, actual BB.
Oh no.
It's really fun. You should if you scroll down on my Instagram, like sometimes I hide it in like these layouts of gear layouts. Sorry. And yeah, every now and then I get this like, I don't know, 16-year-old comment. It's like, oh my God, what happens if you fall on that? Or did you take it like from your girlfriend or whatever? It's like, oh my God,
Dude,
like grow up,
he's
man.
not lying. Look,
Yeah,
it's dick and balls. It's just like, that's so good.
Just right there in the 203 pouch. Just balls out.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's the memeiest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That is pretty good.
So, and I have one video where I got a kill with it, or a hit, whatever you call it, during a game, and it's so funny because like I sneak up behind a guy and I shoot him like right in the face. I'm like, gepimmelt, which means like in German, like, did ya? he bursted out like laughing when he saw what actually happened. He was like, oh my God, I could never.
That's just amazing.
I'm trolled so hard I have to go home now.
You think yeah, I was gonna say exactly. I was gonna say you think it's funny trolling somebody with a spoon kill, but if you get somebody with a dick,
a facial shot with a fucking dick gun, that's awesome.
So yeah, I find it very funny to have this thing, and people love it. It shoots like, I don't know, 0.05 joules. Like you can shoot like 3-4 yards with it, so it's like not like it's
close
very
quarters
weird
combat, baby.
Right?
But yeah.
That's awesome.
But I got some really weird comments about that before.
I could
non-grown ups, basically.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I feel like the non-grown-ups are the ones who drive the airsoft community more than anything. Unfortunately, there's a lot of toxicity. What's it like there in Germany? Yeah. Is that the same thing? Do you have the same type of thing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Totally. It's always the same. And I think I'm a really big advocate of like bringing out like, hey, we're one community. We're not really big. It's like a real niche. We should stick together. We should be like good to each other. We should help each other out. And because we're all here to have fun, to have a fun day outside in the woods, in the whatever, and have a good time. And yeah, I made long videos before about like stuff that I think is not okay, where certain people went like down with their how do you call that, like opinion, basically, or like with toxicity coming up, like where they have to be like, yeah, but I'm the big player, man. It's like, we don't need that here. Thank you.
Right.
No one cares.
No, I agree. It's like at the end of the day, everybody came out here to shoot little white plastic BBs at each other.
Right.
And so one, we shouldn't be taking this too serious at all, because
how can you take yourself so seriously?
Right. Like, we are literally playing Dungeons and Dragons. If you were to say, let's play it in real life, but then change everybody to a military role, it's the same thing. Yeah. It's the same thing. Like, so to take it super uber serious is absolutely ridiculous. Now, I can understand when you're playing and you really do start to get into the game, there are times where you can get, I would say, in the immersions.
In the moment. You hit the moment.
Exactly. But if you start taking that way farther than it needs to go, you need to like take a step back.
Right.
And
take
really,
a deep breath.
Yeah, you need to chill out.
Yeah, because
like, of course it can get heated, and you overshoot someone overshoots you. I usually try to be like, yeah, whatever, overshoot me. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Like, also if it's close up and like I'm there, I know what can happen. I have my teeth protected, I have my eyes protected. And then if it hurts, it hurts. Right. It's just part of the game. And I try usually to like hold myself back at any time like something's happening and people say like, call your hits here, there. It's like, it's not worth it,
Right.
There's no point to
either
exploding.
just keep shooting or just let him, he's gonna get get there eventually. And then what really annoys me with this like kind of toxic behavior is how it could be affected bad to a new generation of people coming in, like basically like new players. Like this is not a nice introduction for them if that would be like their first game day, basically.
Because who wants to show up for their first time and see 30 grown men yelling at each other about some stupid bullshit? No one wants that.
They're never gonna come back, huh?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And everything we do, whether it be as influencers down to the local level player, like realistically, you have to remember that everything you do should be for the airsoft community, whether it to be better it or to grow it. That's the way I've kind of always felt about it. Is like, even when I was younger, because I started playing when I was like, I don't know, like 10, 11. So I've been in this for really a long freaking time now. 15 plus years. So like, but even when I was younger, the whole point to me was it is a small community. And if you don't want to look at it as a small community, as globally, because when you look at things globally, it's easy to say, well, airsoft's huge. Well, it is in terms, but when you stop and look at your local player level, how many people actually show up to your game? Is it 100? Mm-hmm. Okay, well, if it's 100, to you, that might be a lot. To me, that's an insane amount. So, but if you have 100, your likelihood of being able to get up to 200, 250 is probably pretty great, especially if you're pushing and trying to grow the hobby or sport of airsoft and show it in a bright light, not the negative space.
It's a positive light.
Yes. Absolutely. I absolutely agree.
Because if we're not trying to grow it, then what's going to happen is the next time, unfortunately in the US, the next time they have some kind of gun legislative thing come across the board, they can just wrap airsoft guns in it, and then we just won't have it.
Yep.
And that's the real truth.
Yeah. What I don't know how it ended in Canada, but this is basically the thing that happened in Canada, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. And that's what they were trying to do in Canada. I don't know what happened either. I would love to find out. If anybody knows, drop it in the chat and let us know, because it would be freaking cool to know. I would totally crack a beer with, actually.
Yeah, you should. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Where's our whiskey?
Yes. Well, Tennessee Moonshine. This was actually provided to us
by Meme Team 6.
Meme Team 6. Some guys that follow us sent us over a little care package, and this stuff is fantastic.
Nice.
Yes. So thank you to those guys. And it's 12:30. It's fine. I was gonna say it feels awkward drinking in the morning, but it's 12:30, so it's fine.
It's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Yes.
It's drinking time all the time.
Yeah,
it's
5 o'clock in the Task Force Podcast studio for sure.
My favorite one is the no loss when you're drinking White Claws or whatever it's called.
No laws for White Claws.
Cheers to you, my man.
Cheers, man. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Ooh, that could get rough sometimes.
Let's see. Oh, I think his video.
Awake again.
There we go. Their video is frozen. I'm trying to see if it'll unfreeze.
Whoopsie. Oh, I'm frozen, right?
There we go.
Whoopsie.
Much better. But no, you were saying something about face and ear protection while we were talking about people overshooting, and that leads me to a really good question of, you got shot in the side of the head, bro, and it ended up being a hospital stay. Either that guy must feel terrible, or you are the most unlucky person ever to have a hospital stay from airsoft.
Well, it was unlucky. It was like the most unlucky I could have ever the level of unluckiness was insane. Over 4,000 on this one, over 9,000. It was. So I had like a little, how do you call it? I had like a cyst on the side of my ear, basically from wearing headphones too much. And I was sweaty, and it was just like a thing that got a little bit infected. Like the doctors told me it's like, that's normal.
Right.
So I had this, and it got really infected basically. And I went to the field, and I was running all weekend. It was like super hot, like I don't know, in the hundreds.
Right.
I was wearing my ear protection down, and then this one time I'm going around the corner. I have one earphone basically of my sword, and it's up like on the helmet. I walk around the corner, and then like a sniper, maybe like 30, 40 yards out. I never seen him. He shoots me, and he hits me exactly on that little thing.
No, that's terrible.
That wasn't that good from the beginning. Like, of course, like blood everywhere.
Right.
And then, and then when I came back, it was like, it got so bad that I had to get surgery on it. And I don't know if you can see it, but now it's like here. They went down like almost an inch.
Fuck.
And had to hollow it out. It was like disgusting.
God.
And I stayed in the hospital over the weekend.
That's
So it was extremely unlucky.
I was going to say that's by far the most unluckiest thing I have heard of on the airsoft field. Like we've been near people who've gotten shot and had their tooth knocked out, but that's just like damn it. Now I got to make a trip to the dentist. But
right, but blasting a fucking thing on the side of your head off just an off the whim shot from a sniper.
Yeah,
bro, I'd be hot. I'd be mad, but I understand it's part of the game. You got shot. It just so happened to hit that, but I'd be irritated.
Basically, they shot me exactly on a little pimple that was like over my ear.
Right.
You know, and this is like the one spot where you don't want to get shot, and then this, of course, where you get shot.
1 in a million shot.
Right. Dude put that down on his kill count, like blew up dude's ear. Confirmed kill, dude.
So it bled like crazy. So I was really lucky that I was with these two guys, and they're both Berlin firefighters, and like they ride every now and then as paramedics. They had everything with them. They had their whole bag with it, and I was like, "Okay, here we go." Put the gloves on.
It's
and
game on, baby.
I'm like, "Okay, thanks, guys." Like, we're gonna put like a thing on, and then when we're on the field and you sweat too much, we're gonna put some. I was fine.
I'm actually playing the video of it right now. You can see that he's got that one earmuff up.
It was nasty. Yeah. It was nasty. It was like when it got hit, it was like this, I don't know. The feeling was it was like a frozen paintball, that's like going on something that like there's only a little bit of skin and it's hard underneath. So it was so like much pain for a second. I got completely dizzy. I had to sit down because I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah.
What's happening?
Oh yeah, you can see it in your face that you tucked your head into your shoulder. You're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
Woo. That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
But real quick,
disgusting.
Back to the Canada thing. Their bill is stating a buyback of all the airsoft. They really don't want it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it's that could be talked about later, but it's interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah, I did not hear what had happened with that. So
apparently, it's the Bill C-21, and it's looks like it's going to be a robbery of airsoft.
Yeah, I feel bad for my Canadian friends
sounds
because it's really
bad.
unfortunate. It really is unfortunate.
Poor Robo.
Right. By the way, like I said, if you guys are not following Phoenix, all the stuff that we've pulled up so far has actually been on his Instagram, so you can go check him out right here, Phoenix Feather Airsoft on Instagram. So make sure you're following him, and then also Phoenix Feather Airsoft on YouTube as well. So make sure you're following him on there because you don't want to miss the next time he decides to go ham and make a Narcos YouTube style video again.
Well, I'm planning on doing a second season, definitely.
Ooh.
They're gonna do the event again in July, end of July. I hope it's gonna happen. I'm not sure. They brought out a video today. Airsoft Head, I think they're struggling a lot with COVID because they're also built like an indoor arena which was more targeted to like people who don't have any equipment and they just want to go play airsoft, something like paintball, but indoors. Really cool. They recreated the shipment map from Call of Duty.
Oh wow, that's
And
badass.
so I really hope that it's going to happen because I'm already planning to do the second season Narcos intro, definitely.
Oh,
Right.
that's gonna be.
I know.
Like,
I'm excited now.
Take it to the next level.
yeah,
man.
that's right.
I got to outdo myself. But actually, speaking of indoor play, you know who else plays indoors and has the stuff on video
Ooh.
and has created
A
a
whole
segment
new.
called Fight Night Knockout
Oh,
that actually is
man.
right here on Task Force Podcast. So we're going to go ahead and roll right into our Fight Night Knockout segment right now because
It's about that time.
it's about that time. So
It's about that time.
You know, here we go. So, of course, what the segment is KWA Fight Night Knockout. In this segment, we talk a little bit about Fight Night. I mean, we have
Right.
the upcoming event, Fight Night 2, which they actually just released another preview of that stuff as well. So if you haven't checked that on KWA's YouTube or Instagram, make sure you go do that because it's looking like it's going to be
Insane.
insane. Dude, the little clips that I saw, plus they dropped some more on the Insider here yesterday. It's just building more and more hype, in my opinion, and I think that Fight Night 2 is going to be really freaking cool, so you're not going to want to miss it. Of course, I have the Fight Night 2 lineup. Again, I'll read it for you guys. We got Rocket from Team Down South versus Dom from Team SYG. And Rocket is actually a N1 player normally, so he's going to kind of have that home field advantage, which is going to make the whole thing really kind of interesting. But, of course, the guys over at SYG... I don't know, man. They always put it down. They're, they got Sapo on there, and he's good. So you figure he's got to be teaching these guys stuff. Plus they got Demo.
Yeah.
It's just a good team. So that's going to be a
Stacked.
really good fight.
Stacked
Yes,
team.
that's going to be a really good one. Then we also got Bill from Team AARP, along with Jason from MSE. Two guys that. MSE kind of runs that store, and then also they have some games, and then you got AARP. It's going to be some older guys, like I said, definitely more tactical.
Not
I'm
as
real-
fast paced.
Yes,
it's not
I'm
going to
really
be
kind of-
super speed.
Yes, I'm really kind of interested for that one because myself would take the tactical approach because I'm far too fat to be running and sliding and skidding around. So that would definitely be my approach out the gate on that.
I don't
that type
know,
of
man.
thing.
I think I'd be the type that would go real hard. I'd do my best to go real speed, real hard, try to get that. It was a post. I saw someone say something about it. It was like speed sim, like the Milsim speed
Speed
soft.
sim?
Yeah,
Yeah.
speed soft. It's just that's the kind of player I'd be. I'd want to go hard.
Well, I don't know, but I'm going to take some mental notes of this because if the nasty snake fight ever happens on a KWA Fight Night,
You'd lose.
I'm going to tear you a new one and I'll
Oh,
your game
I want to
plan.
see that.
But I mean, I have a game plan in my head, but
I already know.
what is it?
I'd win.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think that's a
that's
game plan.
off the top.
My game plan is going to be, I think I'm going to let Nasty win this one because he's pretty much got busted knees anyway, and he's not going to be able to do anything. So I feel bad for the guy. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a pity loss.
I'll take it.
I'll take
We got
It
some.
would be popping.
it. Would be.
It would be popping.
It would be.
There's a lot of awesome things coming from KWA
There
here in the
is.
recent future.
Yes, they actually, like I said, if you haven't watched the Insider, you need to go watch that because they just released one of their special editions where they had somebody do some custom Cerakoting on it. I want to ruin it for you, so go there, check it out. But it might be kind of that Black Panther themed, so go check it out. Looks really fucking good.
Ooh, yeah.
But also, the next round we have the co-main event, which is Ryan from Team TTG and Michael from Team Biohazard. They also dropped a little bit of a little fight teaser on that as well. The guy's kind of talking some smack.
The interviews, right? There were the
Yes,
interviews. Yeah.
yes. And I can't remember what did we say before. We both were saying Ryan from TTG, if I remember correctly.
It's been a week.
It has been a week.
It's been a week.
Because they kind of both have that little bit, Ryan has got that little bit of speed soft in him as well. He was actually saying that he thought that Michael from Biohazard would be too worried about how his gear looked.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, son, that's a low key, like little
that's
talk
a little
shit
jab
right there. That's good. But now after rewatching it, like, I don't know, man, because from the little glimpses you get, Michael looks really good.
He does.
So I don't know. We're gonna have to see how that one plays out.
It's hard for me to make decisions like that because, like we talked about, I have to watch footage. I have to really investigate both players on every match because it's easy just to throw a name out just for fun. But if you don't do your research and you don't really try to follow the players that are going to be involved in this, making just a random pick, it's not there for me. So I think doing your homework on your players is a big deal.
Yes. And it might also pay some dividends in the future.
Right.
Just kind of putting that out there. Then we also got the main event, which we got Soto from LTD again in one home player. So got kind of an advantage versus Gunner from unaffiliated. Of course, I got Soto on the line, and you got Gunner on the line. So I don't know. I'm super excited to see how that one plays out. Phoenix, you've been keeping up with the KWA fight night? Well, specifically?
Well, a little bit. No, not specifically. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But I actually do have some questions for you regarding Airsoft and Fight Night as well. But the main one I've got right now is, which gun would you use if you were in a one-on-one in a fight night? It could be anything. Doesn't have to be KWA. It could be something maybe you're really comfortable with. Maybe it's your pin
in a
gun.
One-on-one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, in a one-on-one, definitely something. Yeah. Okay. I would even go so far as the ARP9 HPA tab. So
Really?
I would go with that for the indoor one-on-one. I think that could be pretty good. Like something small.
Yeah.
Because I did the indoor before, and I was running like basically my Milsim kit on a Speed QB inspired layout.
Right.
And it was not fun.
Really?
Because the helmet is way too bulky and way too heavy. The chest rig is like kind of in the way. And I was running like my Mark 18 HPA. So HPA was great, but it was a little bit too big with the suppressor on.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about
like
those.
Around an obstacle.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about the helmet, honestly. That's the one thing that kind of threw me off there. I was like, damn, I didn't think about that.
It doesn't work. Like you're definitely slower than someone with just like a dye mask. You're slower, 100%.
I would have never even.
Well, for all the dye mask lovers out there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
For all the dye mask lovers out there, they're like, yes.
I don't know. I think a good fight night setup would be just a simple battle belt with your mags or whatever, and just keeping it very lightweight. Hat, your mask, whatever you use for face protection.
It's crazy for me to say, but I really feel like, honestly, I would be super comfortable running a pistol because I feel like that would be small, compact, lightweight. You can kind of compress down and really be able to get those shots off. And I see why a lot of people go for it, of course, because, KWA lays out.
But this is also, exactly. This is why what they do with the snake players, right? Like they usually run pistols, and then you don't have so many shots, but you have to make them count, no?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that kind of would be part of it, but at the same time, I don't know, man, because if I were to pick a gun, I really, really honestly would want to take my MCX, mainly just because it collapses down so small that I really could still kind of get that, like, kind of ARP9, like you were talking about, kind of feel. Still short.
That's true.
Still short.
I don't know, because
I like the MPX too.
Since the fight night since the fight night, we've been getting involved with the fight night and then doing a lot of research on it. It's kind of sparked the curiosity in my head of what would be my KWA fight night kit.
Right.
Like G&G is about to release this UMP looking 45, SMG. I think that'd be a perfect little gun.
Really?
Any little SMG. I don't know if I do your like 5.56 rifles.
Right.
Maybe the one you were talking about. Right. Sure.
The G36 would be probably like the biggest I would get just because the stock can fold so far down.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's about it. I mean, maybe on a Scar Light with a short barrel, but
see, it's still too big. I'm thinking MP5s, P90s and stuff like that.
Exactly. MP7.
MP7s. MP7. For sure, dude. I agree. I've kind of often wondered this myself. Like, what would I ditch? Because granted, yes, I'm a Milsim player for the vast majority, but I also really thoroughly do enjoy CQB, and I miss having a CQB field. So I kind of have an idea of what it would take, but
and something to keep in mind for future competitors,
right?
Who might want to come with full rigs, but like our man Phoenix here, that's too much. That slows you down. That tires you out too quickly.
Right.
We're trying to shoot and scoot, get our objective done.
And that's what a lot of people underestimate, I think, is if you play on a Speed QB inspired field, these games, they don't take long, but they take a lot from you.
Right.
It's like when they say, okay, you can play for 20 minutes, that's like your slot or whatever, you pay for it. These 20 minutes are really long.
Right.
Very fast paced, constant movement. That's gotta go.
Yeah. I would agree. Like, I mean,
it's 100% the whole time, and you cannot compare it to a normal pickup game where you have all these increments of a little bit of 100% and a lot of downtime in between. And this is just like full power for the entire time.
Right. No, I would agree, dude. I think it's something you definitely have to take and consider your kit. Like, you really have to stop and look at your kit and say, is all of this really necessary? Right. Or should I just be running with straight up a chest rig? Should I just have a chest rig on?
Yeah.
Because there's no need for 7 mags. You're not going to be out there for that long. Your round's going to be maybe 3 to 5 minutes. So you're not going to need more than 3 mags, right? So you got to figure that. You got to figure you're going to be wanting to move, get up and run and pop around these corners like a lot of these guys can do. I mean, and that's something they've kind of figured out, playing that at N1 or playing at their local CQB field and having that kind of idea of, this is what I'm going to need, really the baseline kit of this is what I got to have.
And that's why I think the advantage goes to any of the guys or girls who do see speedball games as their main play.
Right.
When it comes to guys like us that are more Milsim based, more like he said, we don't have to give our 100% all the time in the game. I feel they will have an advantage.
Right.
Obviously, it's like, I already know my kit. I know I move fast. I know how to move. But us Milsim guys are like, ooh, I walked 12 miles. Time to kneel for 30
I'm not going
minutes.
to be able to go back to the staging area and load my shit. And that's your mind. That's your mindset. Your mindset is, I'm going to be out. I'm going to be doing this, whether it's patrolling, whether it's fighting, whatever. I got to have the extra ammo. I got to have the extra mags. I got to be able to make sure I got my food. I got to be able to make sure I got all my stuff. Versus these speed QB guys are totally geared towards, I'm going to go play a 3 to 5 minute round. I got 3 mags. That's plenty on me, and I'm going to make it happen.
Big time.
Just light and efficient.
Right. Straight to the point.
And don't have bad knees.
Yeah, and don't have bad knees.
and that's interesting, especially for the older players that are going to be brought into the fight night. Speed is not so much kind of what they're about anymore, right? It's slow, precise movement, knowing what to do. Now, will they have those 5 to 10 seconds of bursts of, speed to go get the objective done? Sure.
Yeah.
But I feel like those are going to be slow, intense gameplay.
See, and that's why I kind of feel like that.
Slow and steady.
Yeah, I feel like that second matchup in Fight Night 2 is going to be kind of a sleeper match. Like, it doesn't sound very exciting and exhilarating, but you're going to actually find that when you really watch the detailed pieces of it, those guys are going to be a little bit more tactical.
Methodical, dude.
Unless one of them comes out and is like, yo, I'm going to go ham on him. And then, he's going to be terrible for the next round because he just pushed out a lot of energy, which is, I mean, you never know the game plan.
And that's the other thing you got to think about.
Yeah.
How much energy do you produce each round?
Right.
You know, now if you're a player used to playing CQB, you know your state and what you can push.
Right.
But for guys like me, I might go hardcore the first 1 or 2 rounds. But dude, I'm dead. Right. I'm sleep out the round 3.
Yeah, you're going to change it up because you're forced to, not because you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
a lot. It comes a lot to these games. Like I only know because one of my buddies, he like kind of transitioned from more like super milsim to being like super into speed QV. And yeah, it's just we're still playing the same game, but it's going a little bit into different direction. But I find it really cool personally. And he tells me all these stories. It's like before they go on the field, they make a 20-minute warm up to be like really on the top of their game. So when they go in there, they're like 100% there to do 110%, you know?
Exactly.
And that is just, it's a different mindset maybe. It's like it's a little different to when it comes up to a pickup game.
How you prep yourself.
It goes a lot into it.
Yep.
Exactly. I would agree with all this. Next question for you, though. Who are your top 5 airsoft content creators? Who do you watch?
Ooh. Who am I watching? Well, a couple of people. I really enjoy the UK section, I would say. I really love Airsoft Careman, Kicking Mustang, Name's Nico. This direction, Fox Air Greer Airsoft, he's also cool. And let me think. Then when we go across the pond, well, I used to watch a lot of Jet the Desert Fox, not so much more at the moment, I would say. Then, of course, I always enjoy Alphonse's videos like everyone else.
Yeah.
It's just hilarious.
Yes.
What he does is really cool. Like, I was happy to meet him once for, what was that, Operation Overwatch 4? We had some great fun. And then I used to love the Pain X videos. He really stopped a little bit. I really enjoyed his style. What else? Top of the mind, I can't really think of anything else right now.
That's a good setup, though.
I'm definitely missing. I'm definitely missing out on some people. I'm feeling horrible right now.
No,
should open YouTube and have a look really quick.
It's not a question. It's not a question you get asked very often.
No, it's not. But But with that in consideration, though, who would you call out to compete against in a fight night 1-on-1?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shouldn't call out Demo, definitely. I'm God's blazing. I don't know. From the US? Well, I would love to do it against Alphonse. That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool to watch.
That could be really funny.
I would want you to yell things at him in German that he just didn't understand, so that way he could be so confused.
Yeah. Ja, the Blutkopf, komm her, du Idiot.
Yeah, what he said. Yeah, that's basically all it is.
You stupid ass, you idiot. Come get here.
No, dude, I think that would be a really cool team up.
I don't know. Yeah, I would like from the SYG guys that I'm not insane to call them out.
Right.
Like, not in 10 words, I have a chance against them. But, yeah. Yeah, I would say Alphonse. I think that could be funny.
That's a good one.
I think Alphonse would be a really cool one to watch. You versus Alphonse would be...
He would be down, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would definitely be a cool matchup for sure to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Who you gonna call out?
For the memes, obviously you, because it's always
Well,
been a thing between us.
Yes. I mean, obviously I've been the better one this whole time. So
Yeah, I'll let you believe that. Really? DS1 Cutthroat.
yeah, I can see that.
That would be he's a Puerto Rico,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And his squad's from Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Definitely Cutthroat.
Yeah.
Just to see would be Childlock.
Childlock would be a good one, too.
Childlock would be insane competitor.
Yes.
And the problem is he's 18th of my height, so it's gonna be a lot harder to play against him. But that would be those would be my two off the top of my head.
Yeah. I would have to say Fishy. MSD Fishy.
Oh, Fishy.
I mean,
dude,
ultimately,
Fishy.
I know
DS1 Fishy.
I know I would
You get
go
slaughtered.
down.
You
I
would
would go
get
down
slaughtered.
for
Yep.
sure. But I would just really like to see how that kind of plays out. See if I even got a chance. But dude is crazy fast.
He's insane.
I think it would be fun to kind of challenge him and see how that kind of thing went.
Mm-hmm.
And then honestly, if I had to pick from anybody big time wise, I don't know, man.
But see,
That's a tough one.
There's
That's a
not
tough
too
one.
many people on YouTube that. I mean, everybody makes great content. Sure, don't get me wrong. That's your style. Do your thing.
Right.
But I have to think about the people I've met, the people I've played against. So that's definitely would be my two. But but I'm also the type. What?
Fajita. I would one-on-one Fajita.
Oh, Fajita. That would be an awesome.
I would one-on-one
That would.
Fajita.
Well, also like Fishy, Fajita would just stomp on you, dude.
I doubt it.
Ooh, prime time.
I feel like I don't have I don't feel like I have bad knees. I feel like I could get up and move hard for the first like 3 rounds.
Right, and then I'm like, towel.
And then after
you
that,
win.
we'll be in the attack defense, so it's fine. I'll
Right.
figure it out.
I guess also anybody off 5 bros.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm open. I'm an open book. So if anybody's like, you bet,
Right.
I'll just throw my gun at you
Yeah.
and leave.
yeah, I would do the same. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the first knife kill inside of a fight night. That's gonna
Oh, dude.
it's gonna blow the roof off. when it happens.
Insta meme right there.
Right.
Do you know how, dude, that would be insane. So if anybody does get a knife kill, you got to yell like, for the task force.
Yes.
And just end their life.
it has to
That'd
happen.
be insane.
It has to happen. But
Yeah, it's
no,
pretty
man. I
amazing.
mean, that is the KWA Fight Night Knockout
Right.
segment. So of course you can always look back here next Saturday. Well, actually,
Not next
there is
Saturday.
no next
I
Saturday.
called you guys out.
You say what?
I called you guys out. Then.
Oh, he'd call us out.
That would be fun thing.
I do have weak knees, so it'd be this man. Yeah, so like,
Yeah.
And
I'm baby knees.
I'm super fat, so an easy target, definitely.
Okay, then we do it 2-on-1, I guess.
Okay.
oh, dude, that's easy. I'll just sit at the back and just lay down cover fire for my man.
Yeah. That's not going to be easy. Yeah.
Let's see.
But you are correct. The next 2 Saturdays
yes,
will mostly be probably Instagram lives. We haven't
Yes.
decided yet, but you will be gone.
Yes, I will be gone the next 2 Saturdays. Actually, I will be down in Florida. And the reason why we're not going to do the show is because
Florida man.
yes,
Florida
I'm
man.
going to take that fancy camera with me, and I'm
Yeah.
going to try to get you guys some cool pictures from
Right.
stuff. Try to get us some more content for the Instagram. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to get some cool Phoenix Feather style stuff. Maybe we'll have some dope stuff from that way. But so that
Hell yeah.
means this next Saturday, the 29th, we will have a show. So we will do another Fight Night Knockout next Saturday because it's the 29th. So we'll be here. Then the 5th, let's see. The 29th and the 5th, we still have shows. And then on the 12th, I will be gone. And on the 19th, I will be gone. So keep
Right.
those in mind. Task Force Podcast will take a break in 2 weeks, for 2 weeks, since we will be out of town. Next week, we don't have a guest, so it's just going to be an us show.
Oh, wow.
Unless anything changes. But then on the 5th, we actually have another guest from the UK, actually, Afraid of the Dark, which he actually releases a lot of really cool stuff.
Nice. Yeah, he does like patches and super cool designs.
Yes.
Love his stuff.
Kind of very forward observation-esque, as your hat shows, you know. I mean, which, by the way, congrats to Forward Observations for being able to get back on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, you finally
got
figured
back.
it out. So thank God for that. I was kind of missing out on that. So, but if you don't follow, of course, Phoenix Feather, you need to make sure you go do so on Instagram as well as YouTube. And Afraid of the Dark, like I said, he'll be on the 5th with us, so we'll do another early show like this. But like I said, he's got a lot of cool stuff. Very same vibes as that Forward Observations. Very excited for that.
Also, to throw this out there,
You gotta see me in the chat.
oh,
You gotta see me in the chat.
awesome, man. Hopefully it's not going to be too late to where you're sleep deprived.
Well, it should be the same time for him right now,
no.
which is 7.
Yeah, maybe an hour off. I need
Okay.
to in case from here. Well, it's fine.
Cool.
And on top of that,
Do it.
you join the Patreon. The episodes that we do just us.
Right.
You can jump in at any time and at any episode.
Right, our God tier. So we've got a lot of different
Yeah.
levels of Patreon that allow you to jump in, jump out of the show, and ask your own questions yourself. And of course, we're coming up on our hour here, so if you want to catch the rest of this episode, make sure you go follow us on our Patreon, because this will be going up on there. So for the YouTube bit, at least, Phoenix, thank you for coming on here and being a part of this and showing up for everybody. I think there's a lot of people out there
Absolutely
who
love to.
yeah, dude, I think there's a lot of people out there who love your content, are probably just as girlishly excited about it as I am. I know Nasty now, after seeing the Narcos, you just went up like in his level even higher. So, but no, man.
No, thanks so much for inviting me. And for me, it's all about like having fun. And if there's any questions, people just should hit me up.
Yep.
I'm an open book on Instagram.
Sweet, man. And he'll definitely answer your messages clearly. So,
I do.
So, like I said, if you guys want to catch the rest of this episode, make sure you come over and join us on our Patreon. And we will see you guys over there, you know. That's what